In this video, we're going to talk about how to make $500 a pop with AI websites. This is probably both the easiest and fastest way to start collecting cash that I've ever seen. Not to mention it can actually be scaled, or you could hire someone to run this for you as you start getting some momentum. There's so much potential with this thing, and we're going to dive into it all in this video. So let me show you how simple this actually is. It's basically stupid proof, which is my favorite types of businesses to run that are really simple and aren't complex. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to find bad websites. It's hard to believe into 2025, going into 2026, that there are actually people who have bad websites, or even better, no website at all, but they do exist and they're not even uncommon. I did a search for this the other day when I first grabbed this myself, when I first started doing this myself. And near me, I think I was looking up, I don't know if it was painters or plumbers, but I looked them up, and within like the first 4 websites I looked at, one looked like it had been made in 1990. And within the first page of a Google search, there were 2 that didn't even have a website. So the potential for this is unreal. It took me 5 seconds to find, what was it, 3 or 4 different people who had bad websites. So we're going to find the bad websites. We're going to use AI to create the new site with about 2 clicks of a button. And you say, Jake, you're full of it. There's no way you're creating this with 2 clicks. Well, my friend, let me show you this right here. Now, this isn't a website. This is a landing page. This has a completely different purpose. I use this to share bonuses for products. But this took quite literally 2 clicks. I entered in one prompt, and this thing was created for me. I copied it, the HTML they gave me. I pasted it into my ClickFunnels account or my website builder, and it popped this out instantly. This was literally less than 2 minutes to get this built for me. So the point of this is, this isn't what we're going to be building, but the fact that I can do that in 2 clicks shows exactly what we're going to be able to do for these website owners. Because a lot of these people, the websites that we're reaching out to, they have like 1 to 3 pages on their website. This isn't a lot to create. And I could have changed this to look like literally anything just by giving a different prompt to the AI. And what we're going to do with this strategy actually uses something much more, not complex, a much better software, a much better use of AI. I don't know how to, a much better platform, I guess, than what I used for this. This was basically made with ChatGPT. It really is that simple. So we're going to find the bad websites. Anyone can do it. We're going to have a prompt which creates a AI website for us with 2 clicks. We're then going to send a message to the site owner. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't love personal outreach. Most things, that's like really repulsive to me. I don't like cold calling. Well, first of all, there's no cold calling. We don't have to have any conversations one-on-one. But what we're going to do is just send a very easy message. And we're sending messages to people who actually open emails, open socials, because this is how they get business, especially if they don't have a website. It's literally the only way they can get business. So we're going to send them an easy message. So let's say you were looking for restaurants in, I wouldn't use Dallas, Texas. I'd use a smaller city, but whatever city. You can send them a message and be like, hey, I was in this city 2 weeks ago and I was trying to find a place to eat and I came across your website and it just wasn't updated. I didn't know if y'all were still in business, so I ended up going somewhere else. And I've been thinking about it and I thought maybe I could just make you a better website. I have this website for you. What do you think? I would construct it a little bit better than that, but that's like a general idea. You send that to them and you send them an image, just a screenshot of the website you created for them, which looks 10 to 20 times better than the nonsense that they already have up on their site. And so for them, and let me tell you this from the side of a business owner, they're like, oh, I've been wanting to do this forever, but I don't have the time, because being a business owner takes so much time and energy. The last thing you want to go do is go create a website. I've given this story a couple times because I talked about this on my main channel, because that's how excited I am about this opportunity. I have best seen this. I get a lot of people who reach out to me for editing services, short form content, getting more sales calls booked, lots of different things. The only one that I've ever actually responded to, and 3 people did this out of hundreds that have reached out to me. They reached out and said, hey, we saw your thumbnails and we thought we could create something that would convert better. here's a free thumbnail, try it out, and let us know what you think. So what can I do is I can then take that thumbnail 100% for free, didn't ask for it, didn't think about it, took it. I can run a split test inside of YouTube. So my current thumbnail versus the one he created. And now see if this new one outperforms, because if it does, it's like, oh, I could literally be getting significantly more traffic and growing my channel faster and making more money just by using this guy, and what he's charging is pennies on the dollar for how much growth it would cause. So, and I ended up not going because my thumbnail outperformed. But the idea, like that's the only one I've ever replied to or I've ever clicked into or I've ever really been interested in, was because they gave me the product first. And that's what we're doing. We're saying, here's the product. There's also a psychological component to this of you feel like you owe somebody who's already done the work for you. But that's kind of, we're going to set that aside. But that is a real part. That is a real thing in humans. So we're going to send this owner, we're going to have a screenshot of the image we created for them. And we're going to say, I originally said, because I've made a review video on this already that I think was on this channel. And I said I would go up to $9.97 for this. I've done a little more research since then. I think I would say $4.97. But what I would do is $4.97 or 4 payments of $200. So that ends up at $800, right? Yeah. And some people will take the payments over time because there's cash, like they just don't have the cash on them, even at $500, which is crazy. And that can make you more money. And then on top of that, I didn't even add, we're going to add more. Oh, I did add it. My bad. So not only are we going to sell for 500 pop, then we can also get commissions. So there are a few things we can do on the back end, and you can go with simple or complex or however you kind of want to build this. And again, we're doing all this through email. Like this sale is email. You could send like a Loom video or something if you wanted to like kind of build a little bit more trust, but just do what you're comfortable with. Like we're talking about $500 for a business owner who already wanted to change their website and probably has wanted to change it for years and didn't have a good opportunity to do so. These people are, or I don't mean desperate in a bad sense, but they are desperate for this. Like this is something they will say thank you for and won't like, they're busy. Like they don't want to jump on a call with you. That's probably why they haven't done it before. So we're trying to close this, but we can also make money on the back end. So we could do maintenance, either monthly or yearly. I would rather not, but you can. And then if they want to set it up themselves, you can just say, awesome, I recommend for a website, go to namecheap.com. You can get an affiliate link for that, and then you make money when they buy the domain through Namecheap. And then you can also do Bluehost, which is the hosting for the website. Every website has to have a host. So you get $65 per every person who hosts through your affiliate link. So there's an extra almost $100 right there. So now we're looking closer to $600 a pop, with the potential of up to $900 if someone chooses the payment plan. So guys, you see how easy this is. You could send out, I mean, without trying 20 a day. And there's no world that this doesn't convert 5 to 10%. I know that's crazy, but if you're doing it manually, now, if you go out and do like a massive lead list, which we do show actually how to, use AI to get leads and go more of the AI route for finding these business owners. But I'm going to show you in a second manually what I did and how easy these are to find. If you did this with intent, like 30 minutes at the beginning of your day and reach out to 20 people, there's almost no world that you wouldn't make 1 to 2 sales per 20 people. Which is $500 to $1,000 a day. And if you're making $500 to $1,000 a day on 20 emails, you're going to be reaching out to 100 because now you see that you can be making really serious money doing this. Okay. So let me show you. First off, this entire thing can be learned. Actually, like this is the overview. If you want the nuts and bolts, down in the description, there's a link that goes to this page. This is my full review on it. It also covers all of these bonuses you get if you decide to pick up $500 a pop. So $500, the whole course, all of what I'm talking about with all the details and how to build the website and how to contact the client and where to find the leads. And it's a super like short, direct, you can go through it within maybe 1 to 2 hours, $17 for this thing. Unbelievable how good this is. And again, you can see I bought it myself. Here I am inside the course. So like clients everywhere are using these cringe sites. How do we make sure that we identify who those are? How do we one click the sites or like get them up in 1 click so you can send them to a customer, hit publish, it's live, literally 1 click. People need to know the simple lead method, AI Genie for perfect. Basically that's like AI finding the customers for you. What you must do before you start, 60 seconds to leads. Again, like you can just see, like they're walking through every step of this process. And again, I give you all these bonuses when you decide to buy through my link. Just email me at info@jakethornhill.com. It's an affiliate link, which means I get a commission if you buy, but that means I get to give you a lot of free stuff and you don't pay anything extra. Awesome deal. So let me show you how simple it is to actually find. Now, I have not looked this up. I did another video earlier, and I did plumbers in South Carolina. Honestly, I had better results with, I think it was painters near me. It was something near me. So we're going to do this from scratch. I might find nothing, but we're going to find out. I've done this a couple times, and the fact that it was so easy a couple times gives me a feeling I'll be able to find something. I will say I'm always going to recommend don't do painter in North Dakota. Add a city right there, and we'll do that in a minute. If I do painter in North Dakota, it's going to find all the best painters in North Dakota, and the best ones probably typically have a website that's pretty decent. So it's much more strategic to go in a city. But I'm going to show you what it looks like without a city. Also, there's Bluehost if you want to become an affiliate. I'm going to exit out of that for a second. Let's do this. So I'm going to pull up some websites and let's see how they look. I really don't expect to find one using the whole state. And we're looking for crap. We're not looking for decent. That for sure. That's crazy. That is crazy that this website right here is the second highest ranking one in all of freaking North Dakota. What are you doing, North Dakota? That's nuts to me. So all you could do is type into the AI, like, give me a better version of this. It's going to create something better. If you want to tweak a few things, you can. You don't have to. You screenshot it. You send the email and say, hey, I would love to make your website better. Whatever. I mean, you could even do things like free trials. Like, hey, you can use it for 30 days if you convert better. If it converts better, you can buy it. If not, you can just go back to your old website. No big deal. That's an option too. Oh my gosh, that's so, like, all it needs is a little form. That's all they're doing on this whole page. That's awful. And then, like, again, because it would not take long to make these, because every single one of these, so you would need to build out, maybe not all of them, but at least a couple of them. And you would just, I mean, one page each. So about 2 minutes per page, something like that. So wouldn't do that one, but I definitely would reach out to this one. Yeah, so what I would actually do, this is still, I think Bismarck is like their biggest state, isn't it? As you can tell, I know a lot about North Dakota. Yeah, we're going to get some run over here. I mean, a lot of, like, big painters will serve the whole state. So that's not who I'm really looking for. There's one. Meadowlark Pain does not have a website at the end of 2025 going into 2026. That is crazy. I would go ham contacting people like this. Cook Company Paint Pro, Colorworks Painting. I mean, just go contact these people and be like, hey, here's a website. Are you interested? And you can't convince me that you wouldn't close at 5 to 10% even over email for $500. Like, yeah, send me the website. I've been wanting one of these and haven't had time because I've been working so much. So, guys, you can see the whole strategy here. It's absolutely nuts. So use the link down in the description. It's going to take you to this page. If you want to see the longer review, you can see that along with more details about the bonuses. And then click this link right here. That's going to take you to the sales page. Pick it up for $17. And they also have a 30-day guarantee. So if you don't like the course and decide not to do it, you can get a refund. But for $17, it's like you're almost guaranteed to learn something you don't already know. The reason I ended up getting it is because we were already building out pages like this. And this actually gave us some ideas of how we can build stuff out faster. So even for someone like me, who we're not doing the business because our main thing is working with coaching clients, and they get our attention is either on these YouTube videos or coaching clients. By the way, if you want to learn more about that, there's 2 links in the description. One is a $10K a month free training if you want to watch that. And the second one is if you want to book a call and talk about how we can help you get to 10K months and see if it's a good fit for us to work together. We'd love to talk to you. Both those are down in the description. But if you're looking for one of the best fastest AI side hustles I've ever seen. This thing's got to be it. It's so exciting. Put it into action and you're going to absolutely crush it. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe and I'll see you again very soon on the next video.